Like and subscribe right now, or this spider is gonna crawl on your face while you're sleeping. 10 mysterious doors that can never be opened. Who wouldn't be fascinated by a secret land or forbidden territory? To wonder what's behind closed doors, locked gates, or barbed wire fences just because we're barred from entry seems to be human nature. The more adventuresome among us will often try to find out. Despite this being human nature,
open! Go on, open!
there are several places on the planet that are forbidden, and even some doors that can never be opened. Today, we will take you on a journey where you will learn about some of the most interesting places on the planet, where some doors are barred and no one can enter. Number 10. Sree Padmanabhaswamy Temple. The kings of Travancore had hidden their vast wealth within the stone walls and vault of the temple. Then, in 2011, the Indian Supreme Court demanded a routine audit of the temple's treasury. Local religious leaders warned that opening the vaults would disrespect Hindu gods Mahavishnu. The last time someone tried was in 1931, and they met a gruesome end at the hands of cobra snakes that emerged from the vaults. A retired officer, T.P. Sundarajan, and his team opened 5 of the 6 vaults. One mysterious door remained locked, the vault named the Barakakan Kalara. Also, the 5 vaults opened contained treasures worth over $1 trillion, and legend has it that the last vault contains something even more precious than the other 5. However, a huge serpent figure on the door indicates a danger, and temple priests and Vedic scholars insisted that opening the final door would bring grave misfortune. The only way to safely enter the vault would be if a Hindu priest performed a sacred rite known as the Garuda mantra. However, today, no priest alive knows how to perform the ritual. Also, Sundarajan mysteriously passed away. Nobody has dared to open the final vault. But the question remains, what lies behind that door? Before we move on, I've got a challenge for you that will only take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. Leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And boom, 25 years of amazing luck. Try it! It really works. Number 9. The smallpox vaults. Smallpox is one of the deadliest diseases known to humankind, and throughout the ages, it has killed north of 300 million people. The disease is very contagious and used to spread quickly within a population, and anyone infected with the virus would end up dead within 24 to 48 hours of contracting the disease. However, thanks to modern medicine and an advancement in science, we were able to eradicate the disease, thanks to the antibiotic medicines and a vaccine. But did we eradicate it completely? The simple answer is no, we did not. Samples of the smallpox virus have been kept at an undisclosed location by the American as well as Russian military, and the vaults are only known to a select few individuals. Despite there being a lot of backlash from global communities who have demanded that the virus samples be destroyed, both the USA and Russia insist that it is crucial to keep the samples. One may ask why. So the answer we always get is that in case of a reoccurrence of the virus in a mutated phase, the samples would prove crucial for a new medicine or vaccine to be made. And they say that in a case of a terrorist attack that uses the virus as a weapon, it would serve the same purpose again. However, we're not too sure if it's a good idea to keep such a deadly virus locked up inside a safe vault, even if, allegedly, the door is never to be opened. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Number 8. Emperor Qins' secret tomb. Buried deep under a hill in central China, surrounded by an underground moat of poisonous mercury, lies an entombed emperor who's been undisturbed for more than 2 millennia. The tomb holds the secret of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, who died on September 10th, 210 BC, after conquering 6 warring states to create the first unified nation of China. The answers to several historical mysteries may lie buried inside that tomb, but whether modern people will ever see the inside of this mausoleum depends not just on the Chinese government, but on science. In 1974, a group of farmers digging wells near Xi'an, China, stumbled upon one of the most shocking archaeological discoveries of all time. The life-size terracotta soldier they dug out of the ground turned out to be just one of an army of thousands, each utterly unique with individual clothing, hair, and facial features. For almost 4 decades, archaeologists have been excavating the site, So far, they've uncovered about 2,000 clay soldiers, but experts estimate there are more than 8,000 in total. The decision whether to explore the tomb anytime soon, or ever, is up to the government of China. That decision will most likely be influenced by the pace of technological progress. However, since traditionally in China, it seems to be a very sacred spot, and out of respect, many people believe that the tomb should not be opened. So, it looks like in the years to come, we might just have to live without knowing what exactly lives inside the site. Number 7. The Hall of Records. You've seen it in the pictures. The Great Sphinx in Giza, Egypt is breathtaking all on its own, standing about 75 feet high with the Great Pyramid as its backdrop. Tourists from all over the world flock to the site to witness the archaeological feat and, of course, pose for pictures next to it. But what if there was more hidden beneath the surface? Some believe there are, in fact, many secrets buried beneath the Great Sphinx of Giza, namely, the Hall of Records, a library full of hidden information. The Hall of Records is said to house piles of documents, scrolls, and other information regarding the lost continent of Atlantis, or even extraterrestrials. Some believe that the hall replicates works from the lost Library of Alexandria as well. Its scholars also attest that the Hall of Records could contain crucial information about the history of ancient Egypt too. However, mainstream scholars firmly state that there is no such evidence that the Hall of Records even exists. To this, believers claim further investigation has been blocked by the Egyptian government and mainstream archaeologists. It is said that the discovery of the Hall of Records would have significant effect on our understanding of the world's history, specifically on the origin of ancient Egyptian civilizations. While some write off the study as pseudo-archaeology, others maintain that the Hall of Records could indeed be real. Number 6. Murder Hotel. The majestic Banff Springs Hotel in Alberta, Canada, was built in 1888 at the terminus of the railway, meant as a retreat for traveling businessmen. The picturesque surroundings and luxurious amenities earned the nickname the Castle of the Rockies. Over its 128 years, the hotel has been a host to distinguished guests such as Queen Elizabeth II and Marilyn Monroe. But there are some distinguished guests at Banff Springs who have never left. Legend has it that a man murdered his wife and young daughter before committing suicide in room 873. But if you're hoping to reserve that room during your stay, you're out of luck. Paranormal activity in room 873 apparently reached such a fever pitch that the hotel decided to brick up the room, thus setting its otherworldly legend in stone. Guests who were lucky enough to stay in room 873 before it was sealed claim that they were terrorized by horrible, disembodied shrieks and screams in the middle of the night. Maids charged with cleaning the room were unable to remove bloody stains from the bathroom mirror. However, the hotel management today strongly asserts that no room 873 ever existed, nor any murders took place in the hotel, making the whole ordeal even more spooky. So, if the room really does exist, then what's behind the door? Nobody really knows. Number 5. Taj Mahal's basement. Taj Mahal, the epitome of love and indeed an archaeological wonder. The immeasurable beauty of this place tantalizes visitors around the world. Built by the Muslim Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan for his beloved wife Mumtaz, the place still holds the beauty that easily enchants people. However, was it really constructed by that emperor, or has history been distorted over the years and we were led to believe that? Many believe that the archaeological marvel was actually built by a Hindu king in the olden days and was a place that held many secrets and holy scriptures. It is said that at the basement of Taj Mahal, which stays locked throughout the year, holds the answers to these questions, but has been kept under locks to preserve the site as a figure for love rather than a religious site. The basement also holds the actual graves of the Mughal emperor and his wife, Mumtaz Mahal, in a sealed chamber, while the ones displayed on top are just for the sake of attracting tourists. What lies beneath this tomb of love, we may never find out. Number 4. Treasure under Machu Picchu. Built by the Incas, Inca kings used this secretive city high in the mountains as a fortress. The citadel of Machu Picchu dates from the medieval times, but was unknown to the rest of the world until 1911. Archaeologists say that the Incas have left behind more than ruins. In fact, they say that beneath Machu Picchu lies undiscovered tombs and cave systems. Radar analysis has shown the presence of metal. Unfortunately, the location of these chambers make them impossible to reach. Peruvians fear that archaeologic intrusion will damage the sacred place and have refused to permit them in. According to them, if the doors are opened, then it may create a disaster in the world. Who knows if we will ever find out what the Inca kings have hidden down there. Number 3. Onco Nuclear Waste Facility. How do you store highly dangerous nuclear waste? A Finnish company thinks it has found an answer by burying the waste in a huge underground facility, deep in solid granite bedrock. The repository is at the end of a 5-mile tunnel and will one day hold thousands of highly reactive fuel rods. It will be capable of causing bad suffering for another 100,000 years. This is the same amount of time that human beings have been around on the Earth, and experts say that this is the safest way to store it. The facility must lie undiscovered for thousands of years. The mysterious doors at Onco Waste Facility must never be opened. Number 2. Pablo Escobar's safe. Escobar is known as one of the drug smugglers from South America to North America. He gained a lot of popularity and money from his drug operations that led him to owning a number of lavish properties all across the US and Southern America. Escobar was making a personal income of around $21.9 billion US every year. After he passed away, his huge estate was sold off, including his beachfront mansion in Miami. A wealthy family of entrepreneurs bought the property and were living there normally, until they decided to renovate the house. At the time of the renovation, they found a huge metal safe. However, before they had a chance to open it, it was stolen. So far, it has not been recovered, so we may never know what it contained. It seems that Pablo Escobar still has the power to create mysteries, even from beyond the grave. Now, before we unveil number 1, we would like to thank Bruce Robinson from the US for sending us today's thumbnail for the video. So, without further delay, here's number 1. Number 1. The Preston Faberge Egg. A $40 million Faberge Egg belonging to the Tsar of Russia is allegedly sitting inside a vault in a bank in Preston in the UK. Faberge eggs are extremely valuable and were made out of gold and gemstones, specifically for the Russian royal family. 43 of them are held in museums and collections. The Queen of England has 3 of them, and 7 are missing. So, one of the 7 might be sitting peacefully in Preston. Allegedly, the egg, owned by a Cold War-era spy, Dr. Maxwell Wilcock, has been stuck inside the vault without an owner as the spy passed away years ago. However, angry relatives of the man are now in a tussle with the bank to open up the vault and release the property, as they believe it belongs to them. But it's never easy with banks, is it? The bank has decided not to give up the contents of the vault, citing that there was no mention of this belonging in the will of the late spy.